But again, you know, when you talk about process, which of course I totally agree, but I think we also need to bring in this. I don't know if we should talk a bit more about process, or we should bring it, if we just oppose it with the situation of the election we're talking about now.
No, I'm just trying to introduce the book in terms of our whole value system as a nation.
Yeah.
That one of the things that we need as a whole nation, both election, both politics, both economy, both business, both even education. In our educational system, people value the certificate result more than the process.
Yes, sir.
So people value mark. If you go to school, it's the mark you get, the percentage, the mark that people want to talk about.
Yes.
The process. People don't
knowledge.
Yes, people downplay.
Yes.
But process sometimes is even more important than the result itself.
Yes, because you can get result by chance,
anyhow,
or happening, and
or
never
by
be
bribe,
able to replicate it.
Yeah, because process is what will make you to be skillful. It's what gives you the skills. The result doesn't. The result is the ice on the cake.
So of what use is having an icing without
the cake itself?
Yeah.
So for me, I feel that that we are going to build a new Nigeria, this is one of the books that will do it for us.
Beautiful.
It's a whole cultural shift for the whole of Nigeria.
Yeah. Even for someone like me, I think I still struggle.
Even footballers. Yeah. They will just come back about 2 weeks or 2 months to this game and go and no processes. The boxers, Olympics. Why is it that we are not getting anything in the Olympics?
Because
again? We go in the last minute. We don't value process. We just want to get the result, and then we'll go and be manipulating God.
That's how we've been raised up. Every one of
that. God will do it.
Value system in all of
God will do it.
To just focus on how do you get the process, the result. Yeah. So that's why all of our prayer point is about result. So, for instance, if you tell someone you are going to have problem this year, why is it that the person will say, no, me problem can no? But without having, say God forbid, but really the result you are looking for is as a result of defeating the problem that you encounter. So why is it that I don't want problem? Because I just want the result without the process. And that's the value system. And for some of us who even have known so much that we know now, we still struggle.
Why? Because you were brought up in that culture.
Yes. And so it takes a whole lot of unlearning. And
when we started working with you people on the book, you were always saying, how could you take one little point and make a whole book?
I had the problem with, personally, me. I could not imagine how you were doing it. For me, all the points that you are
doing. There is one point now, is the result. You already have it. You already said.
Like, you said this thing, why are you
able to, but that's the process. That's where the meat is.
Yeah. And you know, you always talk about details too.
Details.
Yeah, and that's how I personally started learning more about process, because then you were saying the details matter more. It's everything. So to pay attention to the detail takes a lot of process. It takes a whole lot of process.
So, but even electoral process, INEC will never perform until we perfect process. But we have to perfect it in our values first.
So that was the question I was going to ask in terms of bringing this concept now to the Nigerian process.
You know, so we don't have any product apart from oil that is competitive
in the world.
Because even the packaging. I went to our embassy here one time. They said cashew. We are selling cashew, and our embassy people were so proud of it. I saw the cashew. When I saw the packaging, I said nobody will buy this thing out there. I saw the rice. The good is there, but the package. I mean, it's not Uncle Ben's. I mean, the packaging is just some nylon. How can you, who are you using nylon to sell rice in the West? We don't care. We just go and look at any house in Nigeria. I've gone to senator's house. I've gone to president's house in Nigeria. Either it is toilet paper you will not find, or it is water that will not flush, or it is crack in the something somewhere. Processes are neglected everywhere. And
that's why we don't have the culture of maintenance, because we
don't know process.
As long as we can build the house, result.
Bring the microphone.
Yeah, the result has been achieved
in the beginning.
Okay. So as soon as we are able to build the house, the result has been achieved. So the process of maintaining it, we don't pay attention to that.
I mean, we will build a road, highway like that. There will be no walkway for pedestrians.
Not talk of tree.
And talk less of trees.
So it's just the result. Is there a road? Yes, there's
You will build a house, there will be no water system.
Yeah.
Or water system is there, but there will no water inside. Process. I think there is no book that is more important for Nigeria than this book. But even Nigerians in Europe are struggling with it.
What value?
That's why we cannot compete with Europeans a lot. Because they are
on the long run. Acutely, we can burst into the scene. But how do
we cannot do marathon.
No, we can't do the marathon. We don't do the marathon.
That's why Nigerians are more in particular about talking. Go to and see our television program. Talking. But with Europeans, they don't like to talk. They just like to go through the process. They are doing something, busy doing something. But our own, we are specialists in talking. Why? Because we don't know the process. We just want to visualize ourselves and things. So this book is still there right now for $3 on Amazon for Kindle. So I want to recommend everybody that is a Nigerian, in fact African, is a disease that we need to uproot from ourselves. But but when you go to people like those Congolese, Ivory Coast people, they are coming to Nigeria and they are getting work. But Nigerian people will tell you there is no work because we cannot do the finishing. Yeah. In fact, if you see a Nigerian that is doing a woman, for example, doing furniture or doing bricklaying, they will put him in newspaper. It's a whole celebration.
Yes,
whereas
you know the way we complain about politicians in Nigeria, we believe politicians are the worst, but when Nigerians themselves talk, they know civil servants are actually worse than politicians. But civil servants, they even know that artisans are the worst.
Are you serious?
I'm telling you the truth. Because in Nigeria like this, in Yoruba they call them Onishowo. There's a common saying that you can't trust artisans. Craftsmen, you can't trust them. Because it's either the tailor will disappoint you, we do what you don't want, you will ask him to sew this, he will sew that. So at the end of the day, because he didn't pay attention to the process, when you ask him about results, I can do it.
Nigeria never tell you they cannot do anything. Everybody always by faith. I will do it. Yes, I know.
So in fact, I did a poll on my Facebook. There's a Nigerian song that says
all these Nigerian dresses that you are wearing right now. When I look at it right now, I'm seeing problem. Because look at the lane here. It's not straight. Look at the thing they put here to do something. What is this? Everybody is dressed like that. Even senators.
Well,
I was looking at even the president's one, the way they saw it. I saw problems everywhere. You cannot see something like that.
Yes.
Finishing.
Yes.
You see?
And pay attention to the process.
But we will just dress as long as it is colorful.
It's on clothes, it's on our body.
And it's shining. Nobody will look at the detail. But finishing is horrible.
So you can give the same job, let's say plumbing, to 3 different plumbers. The same canal fixing. So you now look at it on a strata basis. If politicians are even better than civil servants, and civil servants are saying that they are better than artisans, that you cannot trust those ones. It's either they collect your money or run away, or they don't even do the job at all, or they come and do nonsense. So now look at what is now left of the whole society. Go.
When Nigerians go abroad, when they travel, they want to impress Westerners. You know what they bring with them? Clothes. They will sew you clothes without seeing your measurement. And they are thinking, they don't know my measurement, they don't need it. They will just look at you.
So what they do is they can call maybe someone who is around them. You should be about Victor's height. What
kind of mindset is that? And they would say, you are traveling abroad. So clothes for your children, for your wife, everywhere. Anybody that comes from Nigeria, they are bringing clothes for me. They don't know my wife. They don't know the height. They are looking at photographs. How can you ever sew something that I would like? My wife that is used to perfection to the detail. Even the children that she has to go take those things to Ukrainian people to unlock them, to remove them, to sew what she wants. They will not even give you material. They will sew it for you. The confidence of Nigerians, they are confident, even though they don't know process. But for them, they are doing a good thing. My wife, my sister, she brought about six clothes to everybody. I said, we could pack them back for Nigeria. Pack everything back home. She said, the grace, I said, pack everything here. Even the one I had here, I said, I have it. Let me pack them too. It's like that is, what is that? Because they know that Europeans get impressed when we dress like that. But they don't know that you cannot give, okay, they say give, all the Europeans that are in my house, they are giving them clothes everywhere. But those people are having, they want to wear them because they are African, they are different. But they see the little, I mean, the buttons will not work, the hole will not be there sometimes. And the kind of buttons, small buttons that you don't even see those things here again. The kind of button you see here, they are superb. But the button they will put there for you for Africa, sometimes they will not even put button. Or the button, no hole for it to go into. Or something, it's one rope they put inside.
That's the number one for you now. It's rope now.
No, that is the rope that was there when my grandfather was alive.
That's how we still use.
No, they could have.
I even still have my own.
No, is there no progress? No civilization? How can you be doing the same thing that your father was doing 50 years ago?
Well, there's a difference between trouser and shokoto.
No, but it could also be it cannot remain the way it was 500 years ago now. You mean nobody could think of any way to do it without that rope? Because when they gave to my people here, they were asking, what do I do with this rope? What is this about? So those people went and took it to the Russian people and they put it normal. And it was fine. They removed the rope through the something. I mean, how can you be? I mean, a grown-up person, Sunday I'll be carrying rope, I'll be doing like this and this. Am I a woman? Is it buba or iro or whatever? Rapper? Now rapper they wear for waist.
If I say I've told you, there's a difference between shokoto and trouser. This one you're talking about is trouser.
No, I'm talking about progress. Learn processes. Learn to master something.
So now, when we talk about processes, the question will be really...
So we are suffering everywhere in Nigeria because of lack of process. I want us to read something.
Okay, sir.
Can you put the slide? Or you wanted to say a question? Is the question?
Yeah, the question will, like, when you're mentioning process now, there's the INEC process in itself.
Yes.
And people often blame INEC for the inefficiency of the system.
No, but who will they work with? Nigerian population don't have process in their system. No matter the system you bring, no matter the technology you bring, if the people themselves don't understand processes, they will never be able to function with it, under it.
Because when INEC bring
another technology,
they will complain.
It will not work.
It won't work.
Or they will still find a way to beat the system. Because Nigerians are specialists at beating the system. Getting something for nothing. Instant gratification. Outsmart other people.
There was a joke, sir, that said they took a machine that catches thief. They took to America. It caught 100 people. Mm-hmm. They took it to England. It caught 50. When they brought it to Nigeria, Nigeria stole the machine.
They couldn't catch anybody.
They didn't catch it.
They caught the machine itself.
They caught the machine. So it would seem as though...
The machine became the victim.
Yeah. To seem as though the way the world is trying to progress, we are always trying to look for how to subvert the process because we just want the result.
One just want result.
And that's the same mindset of get-rich-quick syndrome. That's the same mindset of why these churches are able to get us, because we ourselves are no longer want the process. We just want the results right now.
So if they say you should sow, you sow. If they say you should give your last, you give it, because of instant gratification mentality.
What you spoke about now, why I also believe it's a very interesting book that must be read. One of the problems people have with Buhari right now,
they don't like
processes. Because of this idea of not liking process, not understanding where you are coming from, and that you cannot jump.
The process it will take to get the result.
So when they hear change, they are thinking magic, because magic brings instant results.
That is our mentality as a country. Change means instant gratification, instant result.
So we must understand
what process is. You have to jump the process.
Yeah. So you have to come from negative, let's say -2 economy, you have to jump to 5 straight away. You won't even go through the -1. No. You won't go to 0. Just jump immediately. You have to move from selling oil at $27 per barrel.
But you know what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid that Nigerians might not even understand what this book is about.
Possibly. But of course,
they might not even value it, because they will be looking for a miracle and healing.
But there's a new tribe coming up. And we hope.
Because even Nigerians in Europe, they don't understand. Okay, for example, I see a lot of Nigerians in Europe who say, I finish good now, my mates are getting exams, especially in England. They are always complaining that it's because they are white people they are giving jobs to. But by the time they came here to work with me or they came for a training, and I begin to do HMT with them and to teach them about details, they now say, we used to think.
Mentorship classes.
Or mentorship classes. See what is happening in my mentorship classes? My God. I think we've had about 4,000 people that have dropped out from the mentorship class. Because they cannot go through process. And these are Nigerians living abroad. So they now say, now we understand why we think it's because we are black. Or we think because those people are white. That's why they are always getting the result and the job, and we are not getting it. But now, we are being taught by you, we are discovering that it's because there is something called process that we know about it, but we don't think it's as important. We are only targeting results. But for a Westerner and Europeans, they don't care the result you get, but how to get there. How to get there. How you get that result is what they are more particular about than the result itself.
So, you were saying something about Europeans and respect, that they don't respect you by your title.
I can't answer. Why do I need you? I can't answer.
They ask you, what do you do?
Yeah.
So what is it that you are always doing?
What are you skillful in?
Yeah.
Where is your expertise?
Yeah. Where do you follow processes every day? So, and this person say, I'm a cleaner.
What process have you perfected?
Yes.
What process have you perfected?
But in Nigeria,
it is your title.
It's your title.
Because it's about results.
Because even me like this, if the way I'm doctor, and I go to bank and someone say, Mr. Bamisaye, I'm going to correct him.
You are going to get angry.
I'm
not Mr. Bamisaye.
After 6 years in medical school, 2 years, or even 5 years of postgraduate,
no, it's not possible.
You now call me Mr. In fact, professor, if it's yesterday that he became professor and he came to class today and you don't know, and you just mistakenly call him by the doctor that he used to be yesterday, you may have carryover in that class. How can you call him?
So you see, it
doctor?
Is also, that is a proof of a culture that lacks processes. We want titles because we want results, instant gratification. We are all transfixed on results. You see, it's a disease we have.
Yeah.
So for me, when it comes to Nigeria and Africa, I think this book is one of the most satisfying ones for my soul. Because I know the destiny it will give to the country. I know the healing, the repair work it will do to the country. To the psyche. This is a psyche book. It will correct the psyche of Nigerians to be effective and competitive all over the world. I mean, export. You have to do the packaging. You have to do the something. Why is it that only raw materials we are good in? Because you need to do bring something to the level that the world will respect, that it will compete with anybody in the world.
And takes processes.
Yeah, and not that our people are not talented, but talent is not enough. That is the end result. We want the processes that you have perfected. So this election rigging that we are talking about is a lot because our people have not changed the value system. They don't have the value system of obeying due process, going through due process. The culture of due process must become a part of our life. Due process, finish. Then we will not be talking about rigging. But the people who are even lacking this thing the most in Nigeria are the Southerners. And they are the ones who are the most proud. They think they are educated, they are arrogant, they are proud. So let's go and see what an Igbo man wrote. Show me something. The article, one Igbo guy wrote an article. I agree with him 100%. So Dan Okoje, his name is Dan Okoje. So he said the Hausa Fulani are not our mates. That is what Southerners talk about. Do you think it's true? I think when I was in Nigeria, in my village and in my western part of Nigeria, Yoruba, that is exactly how I was brought up. And that is what we are thinking, that Hausa and Northerners are not our mates.
Call them Mala.
That, yes, that they are illiterate, they are ignorant, that the Southerners are suffering under them, that they don't know anything, they are illiterate, that even the ministers don't know anything, the senators don't know anything, they are ruling over. So that kind of talk is prevalent. I don't know, I think it's all over the South. I don't think it's just Southwest though. Because if this is an Igbo guy writing this, it means they have that in Igbo too, in Igbo land too. So he's saying the Hausa Fulani are not our mates. That's what we talk about, the Southerners. So, and he's saying Southern Nigerians, Igbo, Yoruba, and Niger Delta. So it means all of us. Listen to me carefully. Dash. He said, forget your PhDs, because that's our pride. We think we are more educated than the South, than the Northerners. We think we have better business acumen. So forget about your PhDs, businesses, our broad exposure, because we think we have traveled, we travel more than them, our eyes have opened. Yeah. He said, forget about your open eye, forget about your broad exposure, forget about your big grammar, forget about your social media sagacity, etc. Get your notes. Go and beg the Hausa Fulani to tutor you on how to play politics. That is too harsh, no?
Well, he will be giving his reasons, but I think I share the same sentiment. But you know, we've not analyzed the Northern vote. We'll still go back to that.
Yeah, because we are talking
I'll say why
about,
I share his own.
Okay, go ahead. Next one is, the average Fulani man may look dirty, uneducated, unexposed, deprived, or stupid, but he possesses a knowledge of the importance of political power and how to use it. You say you share that?
Yes.
Okay.
And by the time we analyze the Northern vote, okay, I will be able to say why I share that, so people can see with the numbers.
Okay. The Hausa Fulani are not by any means stupid. In fact, they are masters of Nigerian politics. In today's Nigeria, Northern Nigeria dominates virtually every aspect of the nation's political dynamics. Democracy is a game of numbers, and with this fact, Kano, Katsina, Kaduna, Niger, etc. will continue to play significant roles in who becomes president of Nigeria. Their members in the National Assembly will continue to constitute the majority, without which key bills will falter if not in their interest. PIB, NNPC bills, sale, NNPC sale, oil blocks, licensing, electoral reforms, restructuring, that they will always have a say.
Yes.
You don't find Hausa Fulani killing themselves. That's why I wanted to read this.
Yes, sir.
But we are talking about violence.
Violence, yeah.
That's why is it that it's mainly in rivers,
yeah,
and south. He said, well, you don't find Hausa Fulani killing themselves during elections, but the supposedly educated South is always a war zone at every election cycle. It started in the Southwest, yeah, during Awolowo time, then in the 70s, 79 during Shagari regime, yes, and then it even continued after during military. Then it went to Southeast. Now it's in South. So we are only the one killing ourselves. Okay. Northern Nigeria is way smarter, united, politically matured, and coherent than the South. Kwankwaso may disagree with Buhari, but he would never get into a war of words with him, like Amaechi did with Jonathan in 2015, or like Wike is doing right now with Amaechi. Kwankwaso and Ganduje may be political enemies, but you will never see their supporters shelling themselves with bullets like those of Amaechi and Wike. Yes, go ahead. Buhari and Atiku, both Fulani men, contested the 2019 elections. Not a single bullet was fired in the north, but over 50 persons were killed in Rivers State alone. No, 50?
I'm not sure.
Rivers alone, my God. I'm not sure. Due to the feud between Amaechi and Wike. Go ahead. We need to come down from our high horse, go on our knees to beg them to lecture us, for we are but babies in this game. Ooh. That is goring the ego of Southerners. But it's a good thing that it's not Northerners who are writing it. It's an Igbo man who is writing it.
It's from Edo State.
It's from Edo State?
Yeah,
okay.
According to what I've seen.
Okay, it's finished.
Yeah, so we can go to the...
okay.
Number 10 now. Number 11. Okay, so now we are in the north.
Okay.
This northwest is what comprises Kano, Katsina, and Kebbi.
Nasarawa or something?
No, Nasarawa is in the north central.
Okay.
Yeah, but these are the real
stronghold.
This is where Sokoto is.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, if you look at the numbers,
Kano is not there.
Kano is there. Kano is there. If you look at the numbers, even if Buhari wanted to rig, he will be rigging here very well. Very well. But nobody will question it.
Nobody will even know. But how did they allow PDP to get 2 million here? If he were rigging, he would have given the same percentage to PDP like
they were doing in South-South.
South-South and South-East.
Now, here one could argue, for instance, I think I should use the state by state. But if you look at Kano, for instance, Kano has about 5 million voters registered, and they collected about at least 3 million PVCs. So it means that if APC wanted to rig, there was nothing stopping them from giving themselves 2 million. After all, if you are now considering the gubernatorial elections in Kano right now, the whole total result is entering 2 million already. But in the presidential, it was 1 million and 1 million 800, 1.8 million.
Only 1 million.
Only 1.8 million.
Less than last time, even.
Yeah. So if they wanted to rig, it's strong gold.
They would have written more than last time.
It should be written maybe 2.5.
Yeah.
And to argue that will still be very hard because, like you were saying, he has cult followership over there. Even when he was contesting against Jonathan, opposition party, they cannot write anything less than 1 point something for him. So if he was now going to rig in the maximum of his stronghold, and now that he's even president and they feel that is their person, it would have rigged more.
And PDP still got 40%.
From no, this will eventually be about, no, it won't be up to 40%. This will be about 25%.
No.
Because it's half of the number above.
Yes.
So if
half
it's 40%,
50%.
Yeah, so it's half of half.
It's about 40% now.
No. This number is about 25%.
No, maybe 35, but not 25. Maybe, it's close to 40.
Maybe 35. But the fact that they even got the number there is it shows you
unbelievable. Yeah. And that they will allow PDP to even get that. It means that they are not really particular about rigging.
No, they were not particular about rigging. And there were big wigs of PDP who are in this state, and they are losing very well. And what's the beautiful thing I want to talk about here?
Kaduna is here
Kano, too. Yeah, Kaduna is here too. But let's talk about Kano, sir. Kano Buhari won with 1.4 million. With 1.4 million. As against 391,000 of PDP.
Okay.
But if you look at this margin, and then you are now looking at governorship election, if
you would think you will just kill through easily.
Yeah, if Ganduje is not careful, he's not going to win.
Yeah,
why?
It's neck to neck.
Why? Because he lost that credibility when the video came out.
Corruption.
Scandal.
Yeah. Because so people are not blind.
Yes. This was a state that,
even though president is supporting him, but the people couldn't even be deceived.
In fact, when the president went there, he said, Kano people, this is your Ganduje.
Yeah, but
so the people analyzed it
didn't buy into it.
No, because I have listened to the analysis from the Kano people, especially those who even voted for Buhari, have been able to interact with them. They said Buhari did not say we should vote for him.
No, but it's like the way it is. So, even if he said they should vote for him, they are not ready to vote for him because it's like people are more particular about integrity.
Integrity. So even Buhari there was not telling them to vote. He said, Kano people, this is your Ganduje. And the people were saying, Buhari did not ask us to vote for him. Because it was the same Buhari that raised up the hand of an unknown teacher called Shekarau in 2003. And he defeated an incumbent governor, Kwankwaso. And Kwankwaso, if any other person in Kano will have an occultic followership, it's Kwankwaso. Yeah. But it was defeated by an unknown teacher because integrity Buhari raised his hands up. But right now, and this is another place where hypocrisy comes in DSA. You know, we're talking about how Oshiomhole was fighting against nepotism of Rochas bringing his son-in-law in. But would you believe that the Kano PDP governorship candidate is the son-in-law of Kwankwaso, and nobody is having a problem with that? So the question would be, those who are shouting the more, which are actually PDP supporters and apologists, is it that they are blind to see that the governorship candidate in Kano too is a son-in-law to Kwankwaso, but they want him to win? Now, they say they have problem with corruption, right? And Ganduje must go. But Ganduje, the people are voting against him. If he wins, it will be by whimpers, by luck. They have protested and their voices have been heard. But in a state like Delta State, Ibori is still controlling politics there.
So no integrity.
No integrity at all. In Bauchi State, the governorship candidate of the PDP there was a former FCT minister who has faced a lot of corruption charges. And is most likely also going to win in Bauchi State. But it's like PDP don't have problem with corruption. It's just that when it is APC, it has to be a problem. So now, you can see that the Northerners seem to value integrity, like you were saying, sir. Now, they would vote wholeheartedly against Atiku because of the same issue, and vote wholeheartedly to a large extent against Ganduje because of the same issue. Or how else do you explain a state where all of the federal senators are from APC? 3, they won the 3
in Kano. And now the governor cannot win.
He cannot win. Out of 42 hours of assembly, they won about 30. And he is struggling with vote. How can you explain it?
Integrity. So they can never, will never support Atiku then? Because
they consider him a thief.
But on the other hand, they consider Buhari as a man of
integrity.
Of truth. They said they have a name for him.
Megaskia.
The man of truth.
Man of truth.
So definitely he will have cult followership there, and he will always win.
In Gombe State, the PDP governorship candidate was not even supporting Atiku.
Even yesterday, that guy that Yoruba man who talks a lot, he was complaining that even the PDP leaders from the north are telling him, criticize anybody you want to, but don't criticize Buhari. Yeah. Even PDP leaders respect the integrity of.
They know that. They know that.
No, but the Southerners are saying Buhari is corrupt, especially the Easterners, Igbo people.